no veas, a Sevilla. Y al último que cuando ya salió la bien de regla.
It is Monday on Raid Shadow Legends, but you knew that, and oh, what's this? Ultra of Souls, boosted summons, 3 days 20 hours, let's have a look at it, shall we? So, it seems there is a soul boost event on, where you can get increased chance of getting 5-star or 6-star souls from Mortal Soulstones, 6-star souls from Mortal Soulstones, and there's no boost on for Eternal Soulstones. So if you're opening those during this, you're either very silly or you're just too rich to care. So there is a tie-in event for this, the Adventure Deck of Fate, which right now looks like a bunch of card backs, and you'd be correct because I have no Fate fossils, unless I want to spend money for them, which I'm not going to do. If you want to do so, sure, it's your money, not mine. So the main rewards are a bunch of glyphs, either the uncommon ones, which were previous 6-star glyphs, rare glyphs, or epic ones, which can potentially give higher stats than you'd otherwise get from even a high roll on the uncommon glyphs. I say potentially because you know as well as I do that glyphs are very aggressively weighted to be the lower rolls. So you might end up getting this epic speed glyph and then it rolls a 5 or a 6 or something and you're probably going to be sad. Now, in terms of how to get points to flip over these cards to potentially get some glyphs, which, as you see, if you get 3 purples in a row, then you can get a legendary, which, again, it's totally not going to roll a 5 or 6. And then it's either champion training or it's summoning souls from soulstones. Now, soulstones are a bit less gimped than they used to be for this. Mortals used to be all the way down to 70 points. Eternals are like 3,000, something like that. But that was for a guaranteed champion as opposed to just, well, a bunch of things which are definitely not anywhere near guaranteed to be upgrades to yourself. Now, really, this event's kind of bad. Honestly, this is not something I would ever advocate picking out on. Scratchy Boy made a very reasonable video about this yesterday that I did comment on. So, you're probably thinking, why are you bothering then? Don't you normally save? Okay, something I have to show you. 0 star, 0 star, 0 star. There comes a point when you think to yourself, stop trying to save month after month after month for this magical event which pays really well and just open some fucking soulstones, okay? Even if it's like mortals, even if you get like a 1 or a 2 star, it's better than you were doing. So that's what we're going to do. We have 200 Mortal Soulstones. We have a soul collection that is almost full to brim already, to a point where I might just throw a bit of extra silver at Plarium just for the convenience of doing this a little bit less often. There you go. There's... Hello? Oh, my internet. It decided to throw a fit again. Okay, I guess myself clicking the silver button was too much stress for my internet connection, so I have to wait for that to recover. But yeah, once we do that and we're allowed to have an internet connection again, look, I'm in the UK, okay? This sort of thing happens all the time. In fact, they charge more and more for it each month, and it doesn't get better, so yeah. So, what we're going to do in the meantime, because most of our Mortal Soulstones are not going to be particularly interesting, we're going to talk about a few other things in the meantime. But we are going to double check that this is like this. It is, and we'll get started. Because, as you saw, 2 of those 3 mythicals that I have are mostly designed for Live Arena, Carnage, and Embrace, and you're probably wondering, where are your current Live Arena videos? The truth is that I'm not really going to be making any for a couple weeks, simply on the grounds that I don't feel like playing when it's off season. Like, sure, it's normally similar rewards to it, but I feel like taking the 2 weeks off, okay? So that's just what I'm going to do. I'm sure next time around, then it'll be even better because I'll have more things to ape with, but yeah. not like a matchmaking between normal Gold 4 and Gold 4 on season is that different. Also, I've already got a 1-star list, so this doesn't really change too much. It's just, I'd rather just take a break so I don't get burnt out or anything of the sort. Alright, so I've got to start throwing all these away now, haven't I? Actually, I don't know why I'm keeping this. I never ever used them in my entire life. Oop, some more space. Of course, if you want to keep playing Live Arena, then sure, but for myself, it's just I'm taking a break. Yeah, there is like small sounds to each of these. I thought it better than having dead silence, that sort of thing. So now you know what it's like. Probably keep the game sound off. In all fairness, we have been making more effort to put a bit more into the sound design in this game in general, because like if you saw from the couple of videos uploaded for Hard Mode Faction Wars Battle and also for Phantom Shogun, before there was only like the stock tracks for... Are these both at 5? Yeah, they are. Okay, right, just do this then. I don't even want to upgrade him to 2-star because it means he's going to hit harder by Terras A2, but at the same time, Awakened Weakness is increasingly prominent during many parts of the game where you do more damage and take less if you have higher Awakening, so I might as well just do this. I've got to do this again. This can get tedious quickly, isn't it? Yeah, I'm keeping the 6-star dagger in case I have to use them at some point in terms of rares or epics only, and they do have a... in fact, just rares, because Bannerlord has stagnated in the same faction of the epic rarity. Keep going. Yeah, this involves myself just cracking these open more to get them out of the way at this point. And if we don't get even like a 1-star for Toshiro or an Anomaly, it is what it is. Whether I open this now or much later on down the line really wouldn't have made too much difference. It might just off into ramble slightly. That's just how it is sometimes. Past the rates, I think they aren't changed at all. You should average like 1 legendary every 10 pull, although it's usually going to be 1-star. Also, I'm thoroughly convinced that this is going to be another 200 where I'm still the only person in this entire player base who does not have a 6-star Cold Heart yet. I think I'm absolutely the last person who has this at this point. Okay, let's get rid of all of these. Any of these I want to keep, unlikely. In fact, I think the burger was like 2-star, so... Oh, she's not even awakened at all. Hold on to it then. Okay, let's keep going. But yeah, I'm not opening Immortals for this because Mortals is only at boost at 6-star, so you have to get pretty lucky flat in the first place, and is this going to be 2-star Commodus? Good if I had Commodus, I don't, so yeah. But yeah, I actually want to save those for better things, because like the Eternal Soulstones I was using purely as a currency to get Clone Branch Breakup, who I have started to take a bit of a liking to, but to open them just for like glyphs that are going to probably going to min roll. Yeah, I know it's negative actually take, but that's just what I do. Is not something that I plan on doing. Like sure, if I was made of money, yeah, I'd do it, but I'm not, so. Get rid of all these again. I might just get rid of those because they're dimly annoying myself. How many more do we have? 110, yep. Bit of a short marathon, I would say. Still, a better marathon than one Bungie is making. Yeah, I have been paying attention to the state of video games elsewhere, and it turns out that it is not particularly pretty for those who are spending absurd amounts and hoping that they would have the next Fortnite on their hands, and then they just don't. Granted, it doesn't help that they were, well, stealing art and passing off as their own. it's funny because they tried to lie about it at first and say, it was a rogue artist who we've let off or something along the lines of that, but they realized very quickly they were caught in a lie, and whoever it was had to sit on stream and endure probably one of the more brutal humiliation rituals I've seen in quite some time. I mean, plagiarism will make me God, as they say. But yeah, the actual game itself has pretty much no chance. 2-star Marias, yeah, that would have been okay a while ago. 3-star Nakamo, better than nothing. I'll upgrade my weaker one because if I get a second Marias, then yeah, sure, but right, back to selling off more or less. By now you've probably worked out what our wish list is. It's not particularly interesting, but yes, Corn, Volcanos, Lamasu, because Lamasa's at 1-star, and these are purely for Soul Cross 14, which seems a bit troublesome to myself if I've looked through. I do have to at least level a Zargala at some point, because otherwise I'm probably not passing it, but yeah. Soul Cross 19 was not particularly hard for myself. 6-star allure, better than nothing. Right, which is my better allure here? Oh, they're both at 3-star. Okay, you are now at 6. I'll change the blessing around, I guess, because that's actually, for a couple of Soul Cross 20s, you actually have to run Nuclear. Her A3 does ignore 50% defense, so it can hit pretty hard. It's just, well, in terms of desperate times and desperate measures, it doesn't get more desperate than Nuclear. Yep. Again, we are full up. How many times are you going to do this, you're asking? The answer is a lot. 5-star, 5-star, 4, 4, 5. In fact, I don't know why I'm keeping a 5-star Renegade. I wasn't like ever going to use her. Actually, that's a lie, because I had to use her for the Night Revenant's forward had factional stakes and manipulate skill cooldowns. Yes, I could have done it with White Queen Ankara, but it would have taken too long, and I was happier just to use Renegade a couple of times. And besides, if they do just one-shot Renegade because she was rank 4 and I didn't bother past that, then Ankara gets her back up, resets the skill cooldowns. Oh good, right, what's this gonna be? Okay, legendaries I don't have. I mean, that's pretty much how it always goes, right? Wait, are we full up again? Okay. Right then. Yeah, this. I mean, you know, it's gonna happen a lot. What did you reasonably expect? Especially myself just harping on in a way that's increasing incoherence, but I expect that. I'm British. That's the sort of thing we do. Especially because I've not talked to, so I'm gonna just talk to this, and if it seems weird to anyone else, then that's how it is. Brugard Jeroboam was like the one time they made a support fusion. That was why they're considered to be pretty much useless to everyone. That takes deliberate effort given how fundamentally overpowered support is as a role. Of course, most recent fusions are. Okay, well, I can take that off wish list now. I was going to do something silly regarding the Packmaster Shrike and Fellhand combo, so now I can upgrade you. And I'll connection again. That seems to be a theme running into here. I will click a mouse and my internet connection breaks when I'm trying to consume some kind of non-renewable resource. Actually, silver is a renewable resource, isn't it? So, what am I saying? Anyway, I'll just wait until I have internet connection again now because, yeah, that's just how it is sometime. So, what have you been doing recently? If you're still watching this, surely you're not just watching me or other parts of YouTube having no other interest, right? You've got to be doing something. I mean, I'm sure you can let me know in the comments. I'll take off you, and who shall I even put in? I guess just Bellower, because I mean, Bellower with Nature's Bounty is kind of like an epic, I'd say. I mean, at the same time, it's still got a stat line of a rare, but when you're like littering actually upgrade debuffs and everything, it can be quite decent. Also, oh yeah, by the way, we disconnected again. It just keeps happening over and over. I think what happens is a part of it gets overloaded, so it shuts down, and then as it tries to recover, that might overload it again, and it gets stuck in a loop of doing that over and over. Alright, can I have my game back, please? Please, I asked nicely. Okay, so this is last 20, isn't it? And no, we're not opening Immortals. We do have plenty of things for Eternals, but no, we're not opening them. I said no. I can't really be overly surprised that we didn't get anything for Toshiro or Anomaly, because the chance is like ridiculously low, but you ought to try, haven't you, on occasion? But, last attempt, then we're probably going to go home. Oh, actually, no, we're not going to go home because we have to flip over the cards on the deck of fate. So yeah, we'll do that after I've watched all these take place. Anything? Nope, another 1-star for Corn, Branch Breaker, and yeah, okay. I guess we are waiting another however long it's going to be to potentially get a 1-star for Anomaly and Toshiro again. It's taken me a very, very long time, what can I say? And really, I don't see it happening, but not much I can do about it. Anyway, we have 18,000 things, so that's going to be 18 cards, so I'm sure there's some strategy to this. I know there isn't, so we're going to just flip these over. Oh, do I want to pin this? Yeah, sure. What was that? 3 Chaos Dust. Or do I want to... I believe these are just glyphs and nothing else. So yeah, we might as well go for the legendary one. 2. Okay, that doesn't break our streak. That doesn't either. We're fine. Go on. Alright, which is it going to be? Okay, there you go. There's our legendary speed glyph that we're going to save for a very, very good occasion, like some kind of quint roll in a decent set. I'm not using it before then. And no, I'm not using it for content either. Stop asking. I know no one was asking, but... yeah, I'll sharpen it again, why not? Say, rare speed glyph. Got 2 more. And that's it, we're out of things. I'll probably end up leveling a couple epics or something for Hardwood Faction Wars. So I might get a couple more cards, but I don't expect too much out of them. Anyway, that's basically that. I tried to have as little dead air as possible regarding myself clicking over a bunch of literal penny soulstones, but there's only so much I can do. You probably had it as background noise or something. Anyway, yeah. I'm done, so I'll let you go now, and see ya.